In the last video, we solved side angle side triangles with the law of cosines. This time, in this video, we're going to solve triangles that are side, side, side. Our instructions tell us that we first need to find angles alpha and beta, which I'm going to call capital A and capital B here. So to find alpha here, I'm going to use the formula that a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine of angle A, or alpha, and solve here that a squared minus b squared minus c squared over 2 negative 2bc, which equals c squared plus b squared minus a squared over 2bc is equal to cosine of alpha. So alpha is equal to arc cosine of c squared plus b squared minus a squared over 2bc. This is going to be arc cosine of c squared is 49, b squared is 25, a squared is 36, 2 times b times c, 10 times 7 is 70. So a is approximately arc cosine 49 plus 25 minus 36 for my numerator divided by a denominator of 70 is about 57.12 degrees. And then we want to find beta, which is angle B. And we can use the law of sines for that now. So sine of B over side B is equal to sine of, let's just call it 57.12 divided by 6. So B is equal to arc sine of 5 sine 57.12 divided by 6. And B is going to be 44.41 degrees. Add that to my 57.12, and then 180 minus, and I get 78.47. And we have solved the triangle. Let's go ahead and work on number 8 now. We're again told to find our angle A and angle B first. B is 6, C is 5, A is 9. So 81 equals 36 plus 25 minus 60 cosine of angle A. 50, 61. So this is 20 over negative 60 equals cosine of angle A. A equals arc cosine of negative 1/3 is equal to 109.47 degrees. Then we can use that with the law of sines. Over side A. Let's solve for B. B equals arc sine of 6 sine 109.47 over 9. 38.94. $31.59. All right, I'm going to need to draw these last four, so give me a second to pull up the whiteboard. All right, and just like the other ones, it doesn't really matter. The sides here, the longest one is 10. It's across from B, and 8 is across from C, and 10 is across from A. So something like that. These are the same length there. So that means that these angles here and here should be of the same measure since it's isosceles. Let's go ahead and figure out A or B, and they'll both be the same measure here. A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine of A. So negative 64 equals negative 160 cosine of A. The 8 over 20, which is 2 over 5 cosine of A. Arc cosine of 2 over 5 is 66.42, which also equals B because they're my base angles. Times 2, 180 minus that It's going to give me 47.16. A, B, and C were given. 10 and 10 and 8. So watch out for that. Remember that if you know things from geometry like that, it saves you a little bit of work. We saw that sides were equal, so base angles had to be equal. Let's go ahead and look at number 10 here. We have big side here is 8 across from angle A, 5 across from B, 4 across from C. Okay, and we need to find angle A first. So A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine of A. This is 41. It's 23. Negative 23 over 40. Arc cosine is A. It's going to be about 125.10 degrees. And then we'll use that over side A. We'll get side B here. And B is going to be arc sine of 5 sine 125.10 over 8. 5.0 divided by 8. 30.75. And 125.1 to that, and take 180 minus that to get 24.15. That was number 10. And on to number 11. Big side here is 15 across from C. Its biggest side 14 across from B. Smallest side 8 across from A. C, A, C, 8, 14, 15. Told to find angle A first. So a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine of a. So 64 minus 196 minus 225. That's divided by a negative 420. 85 over 100 is 17 over 20. A is going to be equal to arc cosine 17 over 20. Be 31.79 degrees. So then we use that over A. We use B. It's going to be arc sine of 14 sine 31.79 over 8, about, let's see, arc sine of 14 sine 31.79 divided by 8 would be 67.21, and this was 31.79. When I add those together, I get a 99 degree sum here. So 81 degrees here for C. Let's just check that. 31.79 plus 67.21, 80 minus. There we have it. And the last problem for this video. Big side here is 19 across from A. And we have 16 across from B. 11 across from C. And we want to find angle A first. So A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine of A. (19 squared minus 16 squared minus 11 squared negative 16 equals 2 times 16 times 11, negative 352. So A is equal to arc cosine of 16 over 352. AB 7.39 degrees. And then we can use that with the law of sines. To find angle B. So B is going to be arc sine of 16 sine 87.39 divided by 19. It's going to be 57.27 degrees. Take that 57.27 plus that 87.39, add them together and say 180 minus that answer is going to give me my angle C, 35.34. Okay, that's it for this video. Next time we'll come back and do some applied problem solving with the law of cosines.